Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I wanted to do something a little bit fun. I wanted to issue a personal survival kit challenge. Anybody that carries one or that builds one or that goes out into the field or into the world or for your everyday use usually has some type of personal kit that will help them survive most situations. Not all, but most. And what I wanted to do was make the challenge just like for fun. Okay, you're not going to win any prizes. This is more of an ego boost, and you get to show people your stuff. So one of the parameters is that I want you to be able to slip your personal or PSK personal survival kit inside a cargo pocket. In the military, we were taught that if you go out into the field, you go into war, or whatever the case is, you had to be able to put something in your cargo pocket. Most likely it would be better off around your waist, but if you're carrying a pack, a firearm, that kind of thing, it's a little bit cumbersome. I get it. So something that's small. So this size is good. This happens to be the Maxpedition Janus extension pack, and I'll get into the contents in this in a minute. There's also other great options. This happens to be my stash of little kits that I kind of went through the years. This is a, I don't know, I call it the Altoids tin pocket survival kind of thing. You know, old pouch. It has the old clip loop right there. That's from the Vietnam style, and it works if you wanted to put stuff in there that you know, help you survive. Of course, you have stuff like the Spec Ops brand. It's like the mini pocket kind of thing. That's cool. Spec Ops as well. I'm a big fan of Spec Ops as well as Maxpedition. And I don't have all the sizes on here. This is like the that one's the Fat Max, and I forget what one this is, but this is more along the size of like a cargo pocket. Okay, Fat Max is acceptable as well if you want to put a little extra in there, and if you want, you could just put it in a plain old Ziploc bag. So the first parameter is going to be you should be able to fit it in any cargo pocket. Okay, if you don't know how big a cargo pocket is, you're going to have to look it up on the internet or just borrow some jeans or I'm sorry, some chinos and figure that out. But that's the first parameter. Second parameter is going to be that it has to be zipped closed all the way, nothing hanging off the side. I know there's a lot of guys that have a backpack full of stuff and then they hang the knives on the outside, and that's fine, it looks cool and all that other stuff, and it's handy when it's out in the woods, but ideally walking around a city environment would probably get you arrested. So everything has to be inside the pack, and the pack has to be, or I'm sorry, inside the kit, and the kit has to be sealable. All right, and the third parameters is going to be, you know, whatever you need for your environment. So Southwest is going to be different from the Northeast. Alaska is going to be different than the desert. So we kind of understand the different types of survival kit items that you need. Now me, I live in the Northeast. I primarily work in a city and suburban environment. The only time I really carry this type of stuff is either in my car or in an everyday pack, or when I go out into the field or the woods or hunting, that type of thing. So if I'm out in the field trekking, hiking, hunting, this pack is definitely going with me every place I go. On the other type, it would be like, oh well, you know what, I have an EDC bag, let me throw it in there, and that's kind of thing. That's why I like the compact size of this kit. Again, every kit's going to be a little bit different. I put the Red Cross on there. It's not a medical kit. I know some people will confuse that. Not a big deal, but it does symbolize some type of rescue. All right, so that's why I put it on there. Moto patches are great, but that's up to you. I don't really care. All right, so let's get into my little kit right here. This is, like I said, the Maxpedition Janus extension pocket. I don't know why it's just so damn long. Anyway, it's really cool. I had this for a very long time. It does come with the connectors or the clasps for, let's say if you had a Versa pack or a Mass Versa pack, it will fit this. You could fit it onto a belt as an extension, and it velcros very neatly and very nicely into the back of this. Okay, and you could also put it on the front if you like. It does come with shock cord, so if you wanted to add something here you can, or you could just use this for cordage. I've never used it ever, but it's cool. I like it, so I'm going to use it. Also, this does have MOLLE capable, so if you wanted to have it in a vertical situation, you just put it on your pack or your gear or your kit, you can do that as well. All right, so let's get into the contents of this. And again, this is primarily for me. Now, this stuff is packed with a lot of cool things, and again, this is going to be up to you, but first thing I put in there is some type of multi-tool. This multi-tool stays in there all the time. This is the Swiss, I think it's called the Swiss Camp Champ. A lot of tools, locking blade, big fan of that. It does have pliers, which I'm also a big fan of. It has a whole bunch of blades like files, like saws, and all kinds of screwdrivers in here. I'm not going to take them all out, but this will run you about 50 bucks on Amazon. It's made by the Swiss Army company, and I love this knife. I love it because of the ergonomics. I love it because of its compactness, and it fits excellently in my little kit. The next thing I have in here is a tiny little fishing kit. Again, in an urban environment, you're probably not going to need it, but this has lures and, you know, jiggers and a whole bunch of like weights and stuff like that, and it's small, it's compact. This is just a little pill box. All right, but if I ever get stuck on the side of the road and felt like doing some fishing, catch some food, I absolutely can. As far as my fire kit, it's going to be one little tiny Bic lighter or a Bic Mini, and I have a magnesium with a striker. Now, I know a lot of people look down on these, but I can tell you the striker itself is nothing great. All right, it's very, very thin. It's not the best, but the magnesium itself will start a flame. So I like that, having that combination kit. That's for me. For you, it might be a little bit different. I also have a wet fire, little tiny wet fire. Fine, I have my fire kit set. For water purification, if I can pull it out, all right, portable aqua, all right, that's pretty good. I mean, you can get them in the bottle form like you see there, or you can get it in, I think they sell them in tablets that are, they're very thin, they're very small. It's like a little envelope, which is actually nicer than that because you'll save a lot of room. This happens to be my Cedar Summit wet dry bag. Okay, I could use this for signaling. It's big, bright, and orange. I could use it for collecting stuff. I could use it for water. All that kind of stuff is great, and that's why I chose this bag, Cedar Summit. You can use other water bags if you want, but again, for me, this kind of takes the cake, and I like the fact that I could use it for multiple different things. Okay. I always carry in here a compass. This happens to be the Sunto compass. It's very lightweight. It's very thin. Some of them do come with a whistle. I usually tag the whistle on here, but it's inside there. No big deal. Compass every day. I need to know where the hell I'm going if I get lost in the woods. I have a roll of SOL duct tape. They come in packs of 2. You can get them on Amazon. I think that's it for that pocket. I have a signal mirror. This is a very small, cheapy signal mirror. All right, gives you a little bit of information on there and how to signal people for help if you are lost or need some assistance. Writing implement is just a Sharpie. Very common. For my flashlight, I am using the, I think this is a Cree. Yep, that's a Cree. Very, very cheap Cree. These are about $5 on Amazon. It's a little bit bulky. I can get smaller flashlights, but for me, I've always, when it comes to survival kits, for me, it's always been, they always pack them with tiny little pieces of junk, and I really can't get around that, because in a survival situation where I'm hungry, I'm tired, bigger is better, in my opinion. That's why I like to go with these packs as opposed to going to a tin. My little survival whistle, again from SOL, I'll probably put that on that lanyard. I got an extra AA battery, which I'm going to have to waterproof, but that's for the flashlight. Nice hank of paracord. It's probably about 25 feet. And a survival blanket. Again, with the survival blankets, I only put this in here because it is an emergency situation. I don't like these little survival blankets. They're very hard to use. Ultimately, you'll probably have to get naked to wrap yourself up with this just to make it work properly, okay? But I have it in there, and I think that is it. Let's see, did I get everything in here? Yep, that's pretty much it. As you can see, the bag is pretty big. I mean, it comes with a large pocket on this side with some Velcro strapping, and it has multiple little rubber band pockets on 1, 2, 3, and then a main pocket with, again, Velcro strapping. Okay, really nice small kit. I'm a huge fan of this kit. And again, as you see, there's not a lot of stuff in here, but for someone that goes out into the woods semi-regularly, or on the weekends or something like this, this kit will at least keep you alive. All right, that's sort of what I'm looking for. It's not about packing all the crap you can into one little bag. It's about packing the right stuff. The stuff that's going to make you survive, the stuff that will give you maybe a little bit of shelter, a little bit of food, a little bit of water, something that can keep you going. Now, again, when I go out into the field, I'm always carrying food, I'm always carrying extra clothing, I'm carrying rain kit, I'm carrying jugs of water, because I'm going to be out there for an extended amount of time. This kit is if I get separated from all that stuff. Okay, you want to throw a snack bar in there, by all means go ahead, that's your kit. All right, so this is the PSK challenge. All right, personal survival kit challenge. Show me all your good stuff. Put a link back to this video, and as always, if you guys are interested, please go to 3riverblades.com. check out all the great, outstanding custom handmade knives made by yours truly. Be safe out there, guys. Thanks.